Hi everyone, how's it going? I'm trying to there's just like there's a way to get into the title screen, like the room that the title screen is in, and I want to get in it, but it's kind of like tedious. But I also want to get some objects in there, like kind of make some objects go through saves so that if I do end up actually getting into the room, there'll be like Zonai devices potentially that I can use. And I think people said that they had made an effort to see if they couldn't get items in there. I'm not sure how it turned out, but I'm definitely gonna give it a shot myself. uh so it might get pretty drawn out as I really break this game, because I have to make things slow to a crawl in order to make the game spawn me in the intro room. So first though, if I'm gonna do all that work, I'm gonna do a little bit of prep work to get some items to at least be there whenever I'm there. I don't want to have to do this twice. So if you don't know, one of the kind of one of the ways they made this game was that when you enter like a shrine or the main map or the prologue of the game, they all take place in this same kind of world, just at different points on the map. And you know, I know a lot of you have probably dealt with getting the message not found sword. um that's where, you know, you're in that shrine, you swap some swords, you go to the intro, and all of a sudden the sword is there. This is pretty much the same thing, but instead we're going to be using this shrine. um I know this shrine is going to work just based off of looking at the coordinates of where the objects are. Hey Lewis, hey burritos. Just by looking at where the coordinates are, uh, the title screen is at 00, right? And this room just so happens to be kind of overlaid with the title screen, especially this room in here. And fortunately, it comes with a lot of objects that we can zlot, which is basically fuse entanglement and then zuggling. I get rid of these things. Normally there isn't this many bothering me. What's dual streaming? So I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. That's basically what it is. Obviously I don't stream a whole lot, so I don't really know which platform I would prefer. So I'm just like giving it a shot on both of them. So one of the things is when I get there, I want to make sure I have options. And that's to say if any of this stuff even shows up. None of this stuff might not, you know, a lot of this stuff might not even show up. But I do want to have options if it does. I gotta find another shield. I don't think any of these guys have shields. Maybe there's one in the front. And so really the options I want to give myself is... Are you kidding me? Let me just go to another save. Like load before I did that. Yeah. Because, you know, one of the videos that I want to release kind of soon, Lewis, is like moving platforms and using the things like Ghost Glue in the intro and in shrines, just to get really far out there to see what's going on. And so I've gotten pretty good at figuring out where maps kind of line up with each other, where shrine maps will overlap the intro or the prologue, but apparently the title screen actually has a physical room that you can get into, and it's kind of where the title screen takes place, and like the camera kind of pans around, but Link is like invisible. He's what they call cold out, so he's just, you know, he's made invisible so you can't see him. And the crazy thing is that, like, if you know much about slotting, which is basically like zuggling and fuse and tangling stuff, you can make it go through loads and saves and all sorts of stuff. But the only reason that stuff exists in the game world or continues to exist is because Link continues to exist. Even when you're going through saves, like, his physical form is somewhere. And, you know, it kind of allows these devices to continue to exist, but since he's culled out in the title screen, I can't just shove objects in the title screen, go back to the title screen and say, hey, look at these objects I put in there. You know, like, trust me, I've tried. I've tried really hard to get these things just to show up. So I kind of found out through some of the other guys that have been messing with it that, yeah, he's cold, and that's why he doesn't show up, or at least that's the theory. You know, I haven't seen it for myself, so I'm not 100% sure. So my goal is like, okay, I can't just like make these things show up in the title screen. I'm gonna just go to the title screen myself and figure it out. But I am like very, very sure I am in the right spot when I'm right here. I could be wrong, but I feel pretty confident about it. So this is, if you don't know what slotting or like making objects move through saves is, this is basically what it is. I'm going to fuse and tangle it by swapping shields right before the fuse actually goes off. And so it makes the object fall off, but the menu thinks it's also on my shield, right? And I want to do this for multiple objects, so I have to drop that shield, because if that shield is not visible and in the game world, neither is the object that I fuse and tangled. It'll just disappear. It'll go back to, it's kind of like you put your shield away, where does it go? I mean, it goes to the nether, right? Like, you have no idea. Just disappears from the game. So does the object, right? So I need to leave it off my back and in the game world. I want to do this for a few objects though. Oops, I really messed that one up. I was supposed to drop all my shields, and now all these shields are going to be the slabs. This is really interesting thing when you have like zuggled. All these shields are now linked to this one slab, and I'm going to have to like reset, because boop, when I change shields it goes away. When I change shields, now it's on my shield. But that's fine, because I actually needed to do another glitch before I even walked into this thing, which is it's called Zonai device smuggling. And basically, you know, you're normally not allowed to bring stuff in to shrines. This was found not too long ago, actually, which is pretty crazy. You're not allowed to bring stuff into shrines. And you know how typically you will dupe by pressing B and X or BY at the same time? Well, to smuggle them, you press BA at the same time. And so even though these devices are out here, now that I'm going to go inside the shrine, I can just drop any of those devices I don't want to. I don't even have to, like, it's convenient for especially this. I mean, it's probably convenient for people who do like all shrine speedruns and stuff, I'm sure. But for me, I'm just like, well, now I can take whatever object I want, and I'm not just limited to what's in the in the shrine. Primarily I do this because I want to bring a battery. Now I know what you might be thinking. All Zonai devices have infinite battery in shrines. So you don't really need a battery. But I don't know whether or not the title screen will allow me to like use the Zonai batteries on my waist. You know? I don't know whether or not it'll... It's kind of like the prologue. If you were to sneak Zonai devices into the prologue, you couldn't use them because you've got no batteries. But if you attach a battery and bring it in there, yeah, you'll be able to use it. Basically, it's a fail-safe, just in case. Because if I get there, if I do all this work to get in that intro, or get into that title screen, and you know, it's not gonna let me use Zonai stuff, I want a battery attached to everything. And that's one thing I'm going to do too, is I'm going to attach everything together. It's not convenient for when I get there, but just in case I don't have Ultra Hand for some reason, I want just to make sure that it's there's something there for me to use. Minimum, you know, just have something neat to use. Because if I can get in the title screen and just stand on a platform that shoots cannons, I mean, that's a success for me. So do each one of these things. And because I want to take multiple objects, I have to drop my shield every time, and then I gotta pick them up one at a time to zuggle each one of them. Oh man, this battery. Chill. Better get these batteries out of the way before they confuse me. Hey, I'm not quite sure. You know, I did do a little bit of Breath of the Wild stuff, but nothing. I just went with what everybody else did. Yeah, I mean, it's real late for me too, but like Chris, so, but I understand. I feel you. Need your sleep. All right, cool. Stone slab is the more stressful because some things you have to recall before you do it. I want to do a cannon just in case there's any rocks in there. Like if I don't have access to my stuff, I want to be like, at least be able to blow some stuff up. And then another thing I'm gonna do is if you fuse and tingle a shield or another object, right, like any other a shield or a weapon, and you zuggled that shield or weapon and you pull it across saves, you can pick it up in those saves even if you don't have access to like the shield menu and stuff already. I don't fully understand that one. I don't know what prohibits you from picking up an item based off how you do or don't already have stuff picked up. Like, that's kind of beyond me, but I know that this is the way to pick that stuff up, so I'm gonna do it anyways. And this is just in case, like, I mean, it depends on, I have no idea what I'll have access to when I get in there. And so it's all kind of just in case, because again, if I'm about to do all this work to get into this title screen, I'm best have something there if I can. But there is also a chance that none of this stuff even shows up in there, so be worth it if it does. So now, like, you know, I'm zuggling each one of the shields. I have to remove the shield completely, so when I pick it up, it's now the shield I have equipped, and then I gotta zuggle it. And when you see me do, if you've seen like the Ghost Glue video where I make the big meteor, like this is what I do for each one of the blocks. every time I have a block that's attached to the meteor, or I have an object that I'm pulling through saves, I'm doing this for each one of the blocks and then attaching it together. This is pretty crazy. But I've gotten pretty quick at it. Lycus, I got it right? Yeah, I'm not good at pronouncing things either, so... Okay, so we have a weapon, we have a shield, we have a cannon. I could bring more, but I feel comfortable with this just because it's like... The steering stick is mainly because... the steering stick is mainly because if it's in there, I can use it to clip out of bounds in the title screen, and I'm just like, that'll blow my mind. I was like, what's out there? Probably, I mean, I can guarantee you it's absolutely nothing, but you know, for me, when the answer is nothing, that's still a lot. I like to, I just like to do it. So now we're recall locking this platform in place. It has a lot of weight to it still. And I don't want it to move at all, because, you know, I'm pretty sure that this is that title screen room. And since it has weight to it, when I leave, you know, this shrine, it's just going to fall all the way to the bottom of the depths, or all the way to the bottom of the title screen room. Like, who knows, you know? So recall locking it, make sure that it stays in the exact coordinates. That means up, down, left, right, everything. I mean, I don't know how the gravity works on the title screen, but I can tell you, it probably pulls things down. So we can see it's recall locked. I think this is about where the room is, so, you know, I'm comfortable with that. But yeah, this is, if everything goes well, this will, you know, we're not going to be back here for a long time. All right, so there's a few more things that I need to do just to get ready, and I basically am going to be we'll be fighting Ganon and we'll be doing that for a decent amount of time. I'll explain more of it when we get to that section, but I need some fairies. I have 0 fairies, and I'm just like, we're trying to get, I mean, anything, honestly. If one object shows up in the title screen, I'm happy. Well, thanks, Lycus. I appreciate it. You're good. But yeah, if we get any object in the title screen, like, I'm gravy. But right now I have steering stick, a cannon, a platform, a battery. God dang. And so, like, I can't pocket rocket because I have all this stuff attached to my shields. So, you know, I gotta do this the casual way. Which, I mean, sometimes I just prefer doing it this way anyways. Pocket rocketing gets old. This way can't be that much, like, slower. Baby tears of the objects, what? Let's see. So one of the things too is, since these items are pretty, since they're attached to a battery, if I'm within a certain, like, kind of radius of these objects, you know, pulling out my shield will turn them on, but fortunately we're far enough away to where it won't do anything. But I'm always nervous when I dupe while I have all these fuse and tangled objects, because it's like it could just like set them off. One thing we could do is take a quick pit stop on our way to Ganon, and I'll show you where these objects are on the main map. Honestly, I don't know which paraglider fabric I'm using. It's given to you by Pura. Lets you ride the wind. I'm not sure what paraglider fabric that is. Hi Kiki. It's 12 a.m. for you. It's 1 a.m. for me. Mifa? That makes sense. Alright. I think this many fairies is probably fine. And I want to make sure... I think I have enough rupees too. But... we'll go to Lookout Landing real quick. And there's a tunnel underneath Lookout Landing, and we'll be able to... we'll just do like a little clip through a wall, and I'll show you where this stuff is on the main map right now. The reason why I don't do it on the main map is because it's like, if you've ever been out of bounds and run into water, it's terrible. And these spots, even the intro, like, or the prologue and the title screen are in a bunch of water, basically. So it's almost impossible to get it exactly where you want it to be. I've done a lot of work getting stuff into the prologue, and that's how I've come to get as far as I have figuring out the coordinates. But at first I was straight up just trying to rocket things, and oh my gosh, I don't even want to talk about it, honestly. That took me so long to figure out it was a terrible idea. I feel like that's not gonna work, but there are other clips I could do, but they mostly involve my shield or zuggling more than I really want to. Ah, oh, dang it. I gotta turn motion controls off. I probably need to make a better thing. I had a feeling this one wouldn't work. It's not flat enough. And that's why I like using the fire emitters and stuff for this. Always are a little bit lower, easier to get on. Yeah, right. Well, I'm about to be using a ton of Zonaite, and when I mean a ton of Zonaite, I mean a ton of Zonaite. So in this instance, I have a file that has a ton of Zonaite. Otherwise, not only is it going to take a very long time to do what I'm doing, but I'll have to dupe Zonaite because I'm definitely using more than 999. All right, well, See that right there? That's the stuff that we set up in that shrine. The platform and the battery, the steering stick. It's underwater. You can see like this line right there. That is the water line. And so that is right above the water line. And if I were to, you know, mess with it, or if I were to stand right there, it would just suck me right up. So you don't even want to know what I did trying to get something right there before. So yeah. And now we got to fight the army in Ganondorf. But hopefully we only have to fight the army once. But one thing I do need to do is make a stack of 20 of these objects. These the rails and the right leg depot. Oh, you know what? Did I just mess that up? Please don't tell me I did that. Oh no. Welp. We have to take another detour. Let's see. We have to go to the right leg depot to get the depot. We have to go to the right leg depot to get the rail. That like lightweight rail. The big thing with that is the game doesn't delete it. So yeah, if you try to delete it by like, especially, you know how auto build will delete things when you pull them apart, that doesn't happen for these rails. Ooh. Let me up. This won't take too long though. Honestly, this would be something that I would be doing offline just by myself, and I was like, you know what? I just need to stream this stuff, like regardless if it's fruitful. It's like I'm doing it anyways. Let's see. All right, that's 3. Yeah, apparently that door closes after you finish that quest line, and so I'm just like, okay, I guess. And I'll have to clip through it. Let's see. Well, if you ever wanted to know how to get that rail, there you go. We can attach that back, and then we'll use auto build to build the same thing. No, chill, I didn't want to do that. Alright. I need that little... to get that rail off, I mean, probably not, but it's the easiest. I don't know if the other rails will pop off either, but I think prying it off with stabilizers is pretty easy. So normally this thing is auto-built, right? You would have lost that just because it's not attached to anything, but the game doesn't delete this object. It's much like you've probably seen those other objects from around here being used to like you know, fight Lionels or lock up Lionels or something like that. And it's the same premise. The game won't delete it. And we're going to be using that fact, the fact that the game won't delete these, to overload the game, but with a lot more overloading. So I need to, so that was 4. I have to keep count, which is going to be crazy. If that's 4, this is 8. I need the stack of 20, not 21. That was 8, so this would be 18. No. Sorry, 16. Sorry about that. So we need to go down and pick up a 4. That was... Yeah, that's 2. This is 4. No, chill. It like broke off my little bottom piece. Okay. And then in the Zonite menu, we want to get rid of a favorite. And add this. And then it should cost us 60 to build. Yep. That means it's 20. Yeah. If you stay long enough, you'll see why. Because there is a lot of there's gonna be a lot of this. Yes, the Apple auto build. I just like that, how that works. I thought it was neat. It was like, I don't know, it was such a clever idea. Alright, so now that we have that, we got rubies to take out the army. Elxander. Does Xander not raid you? No, probably not, to be honest with you. He don't do me like that after all I've done for him. No, I'm just kidding. It's all good. What do you expect from a Zoomer brain? Poor kid. He's got a lot on his plate, you know, thinking, breathing, playing DDR. Let's see. I just want to like, I gotta mentally double check that I have everything done, because this is like one of those setups that's like you really don't want to go in halfway and figure out you left something behind, because Jesus, you will be here for days. Yeah, eating Chipotle. One thing that concerns me is those rails, right? They don't get deleted. I don't think they get deleted on load either. I'm not sure, but my numbers have to be pretty specific, because I tried this earlier and I went a little over the number that I need to go and I crashed the game, and you know, it was a lot of wasted time. All this freaking plate. Where's my bird? Get to army a little faster. No, I don't think so. Not the latest version, because a lot of people were making a lot of videos about, especially those little U-shaped blocks, like not being able to be destroyed. A lot of people are making those videos about it. And so I'm pretty sure Nintendo was like, yeah, we're getting rid of that. So I have my doubts. I have my doubts they could even be auto-built anymore in the latest version. It probably works up to like 1.1.2 to, you know, 1.2-ish. I mean, it could. I could be wrong, but I highly doubt they would leave that one in there. Because people were breaking Ganondorf with that, and that's probably the last thing they want. Oops. Anyway, honestly, I didn't need to do that clip anyways. I should get this load up here, just in case something goes wrong. Yeah, I don't want to have to do that clip again and come all the way back down here if something goes wrong. But honestly, if I get deep and something goes wrong, like, you know, I might not try again. It's kind of one of those things where you know, you give it that one full effort and then you you let it go. Try again another day. I need to pull up a notepad because I gotta keep count. I'll tell you more about what I'm gonna be doing when we get there because it'll make sense when you can see it. God dang, this it's bright. Yo, chill. Loud. Alright. Now I have to find the rubies. This is probably one of my bigger gripes about the game, is this menuing is just god awful. I'm also never really happy when I have to do the army and I have all these. Oh man, you jumped right in front of me. When I have all the people hanging out. But it also means I don't have to clip through the door. So I'm about that. It's gonna put me through it. I don't know what you mean by but still acorns. Like, why do I have acorns? Never know when you're gonna need an acorn. And by the way, I am following a guide that NX721 made. I don't know if he was the first person to get in there or not, but a few weeks ago he posted how he was able to do it. And I am just following what he says to do. Hopefully it's good. I've seen videos of people in it, I'm pretty sure. So I trust. NX721. This is my favorite part though. I don't have to clip through that freaking wall. Alright. So I'm gonna get... I mean, I don't know, should I... I think I'm gonna take him to a second phase and then start it. Because I have to die in that second phase. I'm just making sure that I'm mentally checking everything so I don't... Alright, I think I'm good. So, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a panic blood moon. But basically, if you ever got a blood moon when it wasn't nighttime, it means you're pretty much stressing the game out, and the game panicked, and to get rid of the things that were like causing it to be so stressed, it threw a blood moon at you so it could delete a bunch of stuff. And you know, if you overload too much and head to a water area, yeah, you're gonna get blood moons so that it can get rid of a lot of the stuff that you have overloading the game. You know what? I do not need to have a shield activated. But when you're in Ganondorf's, when you're in Ganondorf's fight, he doesn't... You can't get a planet blood moon. You're just kind of... You're at the will of the game. And so we can basically spawn a bunch of these things that don't despawn over and over again, and basically until the game's gonna crash. But we kind of edge it. We take it right to the edge of death and do a small reset that gets the stuff out of the room, kind of falls to the ground. It starts overloading the entire world versus just our space. And yeah, once we get it to a certain point, we'll head on to the dragon fight and die. Yeah, it was. I don't know why. You know what? I'm like more and more thinking about why that happened. You know, why I got like 20 blood moons in a row. Chill. Come on, bros. Aren't you guys supposed to like keep them busy? All right. Oh. Wait. You actually got rid of those.
I'm taking you down, Demon King.
Maybe I'm missing something. Wait, what? Oh, no, here they are. Okay, so wait, I have to keep track of this. I've done 3 so far, and I have to do 500. 500, no, I've done 60 so far, so 3 times 20. So I have to do 5 stacks of... I'm just having a brain fart. 5 stacks of 5.
Link.
Oh, come on. Yeah, so they just disconnect from each other. You're only allowed to have 21 things connected. Some really goofy stuff. Okay, that was 4. I really need to keep count. 5. Space. Chill. Once I have enough of these things in here, like, they're not gonna bother me that much. You can already see the game kind of freaking out a little bit. Alright. Oh, Jesus. It's a lot of hard work, but for me, the payoff is huge. We're gonna be really seeing the game break though once I get a couple more of these out. Graphics don't work the same. The music's gonna cut off. Alright. Get out of my way, dude. If I keep track very well of how many are in here, then I should be successful. I try, like I said again, I tried this earlier, and I did one stack too many, and it crashed the game. And I mean, at least that wasn't too deep, but it was like my first attempt, but it still kind of hurts. So we're on 16, and we have to do 25 stacks. I'm still looking at it, yeah. Lidos in the Discord posted that steering stick clip where he clipped and was also in a text dive. And if I can get that, oh my gosh. But I tested it today, and I could not get it to do a text dive, which, I mean, he text dived in a place where just by Link being present started the text. And there's not like a lot like that in GSI. But if I could do that, I can get all the way down into the depths, and then it's just one ghost glue platform ride to at least around where Army is. After that, it's kind of like, if I can get that far, then I'll figure out the rest. But the biggest issue right now is getting into the depths. I cannot spend that much time. I can't get through all those little corridors the casual way. I have to find a way out of bounds. It is chugging. Alright, 4 more times. 4 more times, and then we have to die. Things are already falling apart. Dude, man, ain't even fighting no more. He didn't give up. And you see how like slow this thing is chugging? Dude, it's gonna be chugging way worse later on. I'm surprised the music is still going, to be honest with you. Oh, if you see, like he shoots his bow and the things don't even want to go. Dude, what the fuck is this shit? I don't have mods, Lovely. God dang, serious? I don't have mods. I don't even know how to mod people. Alright. I have to die anyway, so... I don't know how to mod people. I want to do this. Creator dashboard. Does it work like that? Yeah, it's true. I should do that. Play the Loop Hero music. Uh-oh. I think I figured it out. If you see his arrows, the graphics don't even go anywhere. It does work like that? Boom. There you go. Preach, delete that. God dang. I got like fucking only a few people watching me and this dude's trying to get me. Alright, let's see how many fairies we got left. Let's get rid of them. $17. Let me hold these bad boys. Make a little fire show. You can't even see the fairies. There goes the music. There goes the music. Like old. Alright. We got a quarter of a heart. Oh. Alright. Sound effects are gone too. Usually that took a little bit. Alright, we're continuing from the last save. And it still should be pretty bad. Like, it still should be pretty bad. But a little bit better. And then that load though. This load is chugging along too. Alright. Let me get up my little thing. So here comes the bad news. I have to do what I just did 7 more times. So I understand if you might want a piece, but alright, so I need to get him to the second phase again. I need to fuse something on my Oh, you can actually hear the sound effects are still kind of jank. I need to fuse something to this. Like, I don't know. I'm making it so much worse on myself. It sounds so weird. And honestly, this, like, the green stuff is not normally floating in here, right? Like, I'm not crazy in thinking that. Am I? It doesn't look familiar. Yeah, every time I'm in here, I think of the Loop Hero music now. It's so I get sad about it because I'm like, man, it's such a good. Those are really good songs, and I think they fit really well. I was pretty hype about them, but you know, can't just like reuse them over and over again. All right.
I'm with you, Link.
1. Yeah, the overload and stuff in Breath of the Wild, it's kind of like, I mean, this is nothing like, honestly, that there was like a glitch that was found in Breath of the Wild where they where they have to play the whole game and not die in order to make sure that the glitch worked because they didn't have autosaves and they couldn't save manually, but it was they did it so that they could bring over items like the Bowl of Light and stuff like that.
It's time.
I thought that was
Finish it
wild.
off, Link.
Listen, there's 1 stack, 2 stack, 3 stacks, so I put 4 stacks down, right? Yes. I can't be making mistakes like that. There goes the music already. Struggling. 5. So crazy. I'm gonna definitely have to put on some background music because it's already rough. I've seen some videos where other people like put a lot of these things in here. I've never seen a full video of somebody doing it and going to the title room, although like this is definitely like what they did to do it. I just think they showed the title being in the title room. So I don't, you know, the only thing I did see was Ganon clipping through the floor, which is like when I tried earlier, I did it all in the first phase, and in the second phase it put me in the center of the room and all of these freaking green things were covering me. I couldn't get out. I was jumping. I had to ultra hand all of these objects off of me. It was a mound of them just so that I could get out and continue to do it. So that's why I've moved on doing it into this phase. You know, I don't know. Oh shit. I don't know if I counted that one. Hey Chester, how's it going? Little update on what I'm doing here. I'm basically trying to destroy this game and get to the title screen. I did a little bit of setup earlier to get objects into that title screen. But yeah. Dude. If anybody intends on being here for a while, you know, if you want to back up my count, I would greatly appreciate that. Because I don't trust myself to get it right. That is true, Lewis. We do. And that's the one thing I really do like about this game, though, is it just has so much to offer in terms of like it's so chill, dude. It's so complicated, and honestly it's a very complex game for it being on Switch. Like, it is an extremely complex game, but that complexity only breeds more you know, ways to glitch and mess things up. You know, the bigger it is, the harder it falls. And I think that's one of the things that we're really seeing right now, because I mean, just like look at all the glitches and all the changes of the glitches, the uses of the glitches is wild. Yeah, you're right, I could. I don't have the patience to go through the YouTube video. That's the sad point. We got 3 more till we're at the end of this one. And I think I will throw on some music. Something at least. Probably the Loop Hero soundtrack, because you got me fucking that stuff's in my head now. All right, one more. And if we overshoot, if we undershoot, we should be okay. It's if we overshoot, what's gonna happen is when I press A, the game's just gonna stop. So that was the last one on this one. All right, now we gotta dump our fairies. Hey, we made it out with more that time. God dang, I think the fairies are making it worse too. Hey, that fairy had a body. Ugh. It's chugging along in me. I know, right? That would suck. Jeez, dude, I'm right here. All right. Cool. Then we can just do desktop audio. Make sure it's not too loud first. There's not much I want to say about it. I'd rather just like edit it and put it out there. And then the person might not even like the edit or something and not want to put it out or something, so I'll just like, I don't want to say nothing. But feel like a little surprise as well. Does that sound okay? Is that a little loud? Let me know, Lewis, if it's too loud or if it's too quiet. I'm always nervous about it. A bit quiet. All right. I pull up my sheet. Okay. All right. The music is already gone. Alright. Dang it. I'm gonna need to fuse to my... I need to fuse before I start the fight so I don't have to do it again. And then like I'm worried, what happens if I lose access to my fuse? I think it is. This save is not actually mine. I used it for the video and it just had a lot of Zonite on it. And I was like, well, now that I don't have to dupe all this Zonite, I think I'll try. Oh lordy. Oh wait, I forgot that I have a paraglider. I can actually I can actually dodge that attack. Ooh. Yo, what up? Me and Q Sheldon share an audience. Come on. Dude, I think something's weird because his attacks aren't like... They're definitely acting funny. That's just my cope for sucking at the fight. Ooh. The music came back, like... Ooh. I need to turn it down so that it doesn't clash. That would suck. All right. Now back to the grind. Chill. I was taking a sip of water. All right. He's about to stab me. Ugh. It's like I know I have a lot of fairies, but that would suck so bad to get to that point and not and die somewhere. I mean, I'm dying anyways, but it would really jank my count. I don't know, I signed up for this restream thing to be able to split the stream. And so if it's like... We're still small enough to where I can look in the room and see how many I got. So... 3. So if any weird messages pop up from them, I don't fucking know. All right. I wish I could. Oh, I wish I could like instantly make this stuff versus have to wait that split second to do it, so that you don't just like throw your hand up in the air like that. Yeah, Sheldon. I make my thumbnails and animations in Blender. Yep. I'm, you know. I wouldn't I'm not that good at it, but I'm better than I think those animations and stuff portray, hopefully at least. I have a very like a video from earlier this year when I entered a 3D competition, and I would say that that's probably my best work. It's not that great, but it's probably my best work. So when I needed to make a thumbnail, like, I mean, I ain't got no thumbnail game. So I was like, let me just find a file of link on the internet and just pose them and take a render of a picture. That model that I use, or at least the one of Tears of the Kingdom link, that's actually a VR model for like VR chat. Somebody made it. You have 300 hours in Blender? Dang, nice. I don't really know, there's so many aspects of Blender that, those 300 hours could mean anything. Just because, like, I mean, if you have 300 hours in Blender, then like there's so much stuff in Blender to learn, and you could go down completely different, paths than somebody else. But you're probably better than me. I feel like I've spent a lot of hours in Blender. I have no idea how many hours it is, though. Yeah, Levi, I'll explain what I'm doing. So basically, I use a thing called slotting, which is basically fuse and tangling, trying to fuse something to my shield, but changing shields so that it doesn't actually fuse to it. And then zuggling so that it stays with me the whole time. Leaving the object permanently in the game world. Mainly because Link is permanently in the game world. So it's never too far from me because the game thinks it's on my back, even though it's miles away. And I went into a shrine. If you've ever gotten the message not found sword, you know, you dropped a weapon to pick up another weapon. I went into a shrine and did the same thing, but at the coordinates where the title sequences, or just the title screen, because in this game there is a physical room for that title screen. It's just not a room that we can get to easily. And so I planted those things there. Do I know they're going to show up in that room? I have no idea. They're definitely where they're supposed to be if it is going to work. But what I'm doing now is trying to get to that title screen. And basically, the game can't delete these little green floaty things, which I'm sure you've seen. I'm sure you've seen people making all sorts of stuff out of them. Well, the game can't delete them, right? Like, you know, normally when you tear an auto build apart, it deletes some of the auto build. But the game won't delete these. Won't delete them no matter how far I get away from them either. I have to like reset the game, or a blood moon needs to spawn. That blood moon deletes, you know, blood moon resets the world pretty much. Sometimes you get a random blood moon in the middle of the day, and that's because you're basically cooking the game. Like, it's like, bro, I can't deal with all these water effects and all this stuff you got going on, so I'm gonna just throw a blood moon at you and reset the world to keep you from crashing the game. To me, honestly, that's genius. That slaps. Like, that's a smart idea. I would have never really noticed unless someone told me. So that's really cool. But when we're in this fight with Ganondorf, we can't get one of them blood moons. We call them panic blood moons. So that won't happen. So I can sit here and just load these little green tiles, little green rails in for forever until I'm basically just cooking this game to oblivion, to the point where I'm going to be able to die, tell the game to return to the cutscene, or return to the title, right? And it's gonna glitch out and it's gonna return to title, but it's gonna spawn me there in the title room because it's like just too confused, doesn't know what's going on. Bro, we got a long time. Serious. I don't know, to be honest with you. I have no estimation because it's gonna be this is the third. We have 8 more tiles to go before we need to die. So you know, basically, in order to cook the game hard enough to allow me to get in the title room, I have to spawn 500 of these things in this room, and then I need to die. When I die, these things fall outside of the room and fall all the way to the bottom of the world. So it clears up the area around me, but it's still kind of like destroying the game world. And then I do it again so that I could do 500 more. Because if I do more than like 500, if I get around the 600 mark, the game will just crash. And I don't want it to crash. I need it to die slowly. And yeah, so I have to do 8 sets of 500. Hi Lidos. Lidos knows what I'm doing. I think you've either done it or you've tried. We have 3 more on this one. Oh my gosh, it's chugging. It's really hard for me to control it. Yeah, yes, this is pain. Why did I decide to stream this? I don't know. But I was like, if I'm gonna be sitting here doing this, I'd rather explain it to people or something, because this is gonna be rough to just sit here and do by myself. Like when I'm doing setups like this, a lot of the times I'll just watch like YouTube videos or something, like something to give me entertainment. Jesus, we are chugging. I'm like low-key worried that I've missed a couple. Yeah, it will be. And you know what I'll do too is if I fail or succeed, I'll clip the end of it. And you know, if you want to just come back to the channel and see kind of what happens at the end, yeah, I wouldn't blame you one bit. Yeah, Lewis, the 358 or the 354. I'm trying to make a small video about that so that people can see it. There were 2 other people that reached out to me that were getting way higher numbers than I did in my my Ghost Glue video, and that kind of set me down the path of attempting to do it more, using their strategies and then kind of working in what I was trying to do as well. And so with a mix of what they were doing and some of the glitches that I was using, I was able to get a really high number. And I was kind of like going back and forth with this dude, and he was getting like 320, 330, 337, and it was hard for me to keep up with him. And then I get the 354 and he's like, I'm not gonna be able to, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that. I'm like really pushing this. And I was like, oh, you're not using glitches? He's like, no, I'm not using glitches at all. I was like, oh, well damn, no wonder my score is so much higher than yours. So, you know, if we're talking about glitchless, he's definitely got that, because I did not get a high number glitchless. We have to drop our fairies. Whoa, we're down to 14 this time. God dang, this thing is chugging along. No, he was literally just standing on top of it with like 20 boxes and throwing them down on top of the bell. He was raw dogging it. Because you can't leave the area of the bell. You can't leave it too far from the bell or it will call you back. So you got to stay within that small area. And you know, you can get kind of high, but you can only get so high, right? But I've been doing glitches that allow me to just stand on the ground and say, hey, come to me. So that's why I was able to get the 354. And then there was a guy that left a comment on my channel too. He thought I deleted his comment. I was like, well, no, I didn't delete your comment, dude. But he had a video where he had gotten like a 330 something, so that was really impressive. Right? I mean, that's what I would think. You know, if you're doing it casually or no glitches, dude, there's still no sound. I know I turned it down for you guys, but there's still no sound on mine either. All right, let me fuse first so that I don't have to fuse again. All right. But honestly, what I found out really is speed and like height per se, right? I mean, well, height is what's giving you the speed because you're using the gravity to pull it down. Neither one of those things matter as much as the weight, the overall weight of what you're doing, or the rockets. So rockets being on, not just like the rocket sending an item at the bell to get a high number. The rockets need to be on when they make contact with the bell in order to get a really high number. If the rockets turn off, I mean, it doesn't matter if they turn off right before it hits the bell, you're not getting a good number. They have to be on. And that would blew my mind. I dropped something from higher and got like 50 less points Almost like it took me forever to realize why that was. I mean, I just suck. But I do feel like his flurry rush timings are getting janked from all this stuff. And if that's coping, so be it. I cope. I'm gonna just shoot a bunch of those at him. Check Discord. Of course, I'll check Discord. What's that? Is that what it is? Is that what I'm going for? Don't spoil it for me. Alright, back to building. Let me get my notepad up. The music's still quiet as hell? Okay. Let me know how that is. I'm not really, you know, I mean, if you watch my Cogskit video, you think that this may be a 2.0 exclusive? That this is? Oh, bro, don't tell me that. I mean, I'm on a hacked Switch. Can I, like, change my version halfway through? Oh, lordy. You're gonna fucking... You're gonna ruin my night, Leidos. You're not really, though. I would really appreciate it if I knew. Dang. Hey, Kiki. Ooh. Most, if not all, people who got it were on 2.0. Well, I guess we're gonna find out. I'm already this far. Alright. 1. If you see my... I don't know if you see the effects on my arm. Like, they're so, like, late to showing up. I cannot get it with 12 overloads. I'm getting beat up. Dude, Ganondorf, chill, bro. Let me, like, put one down. Yeah, the arm effects are weird. Dang it, dude. Yeah, this is Kiki the shop owner. I know what you're talking about. I thought that shit. I was like, man, that was so clever. I wanted to think of that. That's right. That was 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jesus, I am. He can't type on mobile. That's weird. He's trying to tell me to stop. Am I making a mistake? Get out of my way. I mean, if anything, if it's like 1.1.1 or 1.1.2, you know, if you feel pretty comfortable with that, then I think I can open up the little hack menu thing, and I don't, you know, I don't really mess with the hack switch all that much, so I don't know if I can, but I'm pretty sure I could. I don't know, it's like try to update it in the middle of it being on. That would be sick. This was the Loop Hero song I used when I was descending to the depths, and like I know, like low key, that's probably a pretty boring part. Like, who wants to watch somebody descend into the depths? You've probably seen that 100 times. But I really wanted to use this song so bad. Like, honestly, that's the whole reason I used the soundtrack, was because I wanted to use this song, and I thought it'd be so cool descending into the depths. So I put it in there anyways. I was like, fuck it. I just like the vibe that it put off. Lewis, I hope you played Loop Hero. If you like the soundtrack, I hope you played Loop Hero, dude, because, I mean, it's not everybody's cup of tea, I can understand that, but I loved it. I thought it was neat. Alright. More on this round. I don't know if you're still here, Light, but you know, if these things are still like in the world, and I'm down here, if something goes wrong, like I miss it by a few, you know, would I be able just to come back here and start again? And still like just kind of pick up where I left off? That would be sick, because it would really suck. Where these things are taking forever to glue together. I think I might go ahead and die here. Dude, down to 10 fairies. It's not looking good. No idea. It's all good. But you said you tried on what, like 1.0, and when you say after 12 overloads, you went through this 12 times? Like dropping 500 12 different times? I fear cracking my can of water is going to be too loud, so I have to walk away. Okay. I often get like lulled into assuming that everything works on 1.0. Thinking that, well, it's only updates, right? But after arrow smuggling and drop zuggling, well, no, drop zuggling works on 1.0, but after quick arrow smuggling, that made me nervous. Alright, cool. I think I'm good to just walk in. We're halfway through of what I think we need to do. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm streaming it. Praying that people are here, wanting to talk me through it, talk me off the ledge. Dude, what? MIT does not work on 1.2. What's MIT? Yeah, I know, you're right. It really is. One point oh and 1.1. Like when I was doing the climbing stuff, trying to clip through walls and stuff, that's when I really noticed, like, whoa. I mean, you're talking about just a very little movements that he makes on the walls has changed. Like, it's kind of crazy. What I didn't really know until kind of about a month ago was that we wouldn't even have access really to 1.0. I mean, I guess we would. Yeah, we would. We would have been able to. Because 1.1 was a day one update. And the only reason we have the files for 1.0 is because it was leaked. Formerly known as shit. I just start like spawning these things in between me and Ganondorf so that he leaves me alone. Come on. Chill. Yeah, I've actually seen, I think it's your list in the Discord. I haven't, like, I've seen it, but I haven't gone through and really like sought to. Whoa, you see Ganondorf? Whoa, he just flew through the air. To like seek to understand the differences, I guess. Like, I just, like, if I knew the glitch, then I was like, okay, I understand that difference. But there'll be some glitches I don't touch, like, for a while, just because I am so engrossed in a certain glitch, or... But I I have tabs open of both the glitch spreadsheet and non-goes, wacko boingo things. I have them open 24/7. And I saw the clip with the stick clip with the drop fuse and tangle shield, drop the shield clip. I saw that on there, but I assumed you still had to zuggle, or that you could like fuse and tangle it and like stick it in a wall. Why do I keep doing that? To be able to clip or something. I just don't, I don't know. Get very sidetracked. little over halfway. It's like daunting. I should put Subway Surfers up on the side of the screen or something. That would get daunting after an hour or two. Let's see. I don't even know if I got that one out. Yeah, dude. Thanks for telling me that. I'm so dumb. I don't know why I thought I needed to wait. Dude, are you kidding me? I was using that time to like mark my place on how many I've done, but bro. Sad existence. Yeah, you're right, Lewis. That's how I feel about some things. I'm like, I mean, you just gotta do it till you figure it out yourself. Yeah. That's one thing is like, I don't know, I've been burned a couple of times on that. Where somebody says they got it, and I just trust them. And I'm not saying it is a good song, dude. I'm not saying they're lying, but I gotta see it now. Like, I can't just take your word for it. Unless I have some understanding of what it is, you know, and can make make a judgment or understand it, then, you know, if it's something kind of crazy, you gotta like, I gotta see it. Yeah. I think I like to trust people a lot of the times. And I usually trust people if they say something. You know, they have to just fuck up once though, and then I'm like, I ain't about it. I'll need all the proof. But I get myself in trouble sometimes trusting motherfuckers. I need to start just like dropping 2 and then marking the 2, not waiting so long in between. Jesus. When you start doing multiples, it really starts to slow down. I think I'm gonna do this. Alright. I think I'm at 24. I've been stopping at 24 just because I need to do 25 sets of 20. But I've been stopping at 24 because I'm probably missing like 2 or 3 along the way. I wouldn't be surprised too, but like, well, you know, like you said, 1.0 is so much different than the other ones that I also would be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't work. God dang, we chugging. Kill me, bruh. I hope all this spawning doesn't mess up my my zuggle. I didn't really think about that. Wait, I still had a fairy? This slow music is like definitely fits this vibe right now. Yeah, Lewis, I have nothing against mods, you know. I mean, technically I'm using a mod right now. There'd be no way I have that many Zonite charges or whatever, Zonite things. But I don't know. I just kind of like to show what's actually, you know, what's possible if somebody has a physical version of the game or a digital version of the game. You know, you could do this. That's really what I want to exude. That you could do this if you wanted to, energy. And I think the mods tend to go against that because a lot of people can't mod their stuff. And I'm like, I think the things that people do with mods are cool, and I watch those videos, and I think everyone should watch the videos. It's still great. It's just my preference of what to do. Yeah, I want to know, what's the idea for the worst glitch ever? Super fence overload. Is that what you're gonna call it? Super fence overload? I mean, it's so long, like who knows what else it does. It could do something crazy. Something that we're not really like aware of. I always like have a thought in the back of my mind when I'm doing like some crazy new glitch or when I'm like really getting deep into some weird glitch that I'm doing. I'm like, what if like I get to the end and I all of a sudden I'm in the credit sequence of the game or something, you know, like I logically know that, oh, you know, that's probably never going to be the case, but it's still fun. It's like, think about winning the lottery sometimes. I'm like, what if this does this and makes me fucking get to warp credits warp? That'd be so crazy. Throw SLD the message not found sword. Yeah, you know, there's got to be stuff on the outside of this map that is busted right now, which at the end, you know, we're gonna go into the dragon fight and die, so Lord knows like what's gonna happen when we get out there. I've never seen it, so I tried to dodge that one. Dang it. Right? Well, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think those little blue particles, I don't know if you can see it well, but I don't think those blue particles are actually supposed to be in this fight. I thought, yeah, I didn't think they were supposed to be in the fight. Where are those things falling from? He like blew some of them out of the room, and then they're like coming back in somewhere. Oh, they went all over there. Yeah. It's like, sometimes it tells me my bitrate's low, but I mean, I pay for decent internet, I think. This one's a good song too. This is what I use for the army fight. I literally put in the army fight and the descent to Ganondorf just so that I could put these songs in the game. And the video, because I was just like, I gotta play them. They're so good. Dude, I have not kept count at all. It looks like 6-ish. I mean, we've been rolling pretty well, even though I've forgotten a few, so I'm a flurry rush auto build your ass. Oh, I didn't. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Yeah, it feels like a 6. Oh, I need to get behind my metal grates so he leaves me alone. What I might do is, I mean, this, I know it's a long ass setup, but what I might do, I don't know, like do one more round of it afterwards, like do another 500 set, because apparently, I mean, whatever I'm doing isn't bad enough to cause the game to crash under, I guess, normal circumstances, right? So I can't imagine that not being very specific to that number would cause me to mess the whole thing up. And if that's the case, then it shouldn't hurt to do one more, only help to like maybe succeed, I suppose, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, this is the slowest one I've ever done. That is for sure. I mean, I've got some of my videos have had some, you know, when I first try some of those things, it takes me about 3 hours just to get, you know, in a position where I feel comfortable with what I'm doing. As I get more understanding of what I'm doing, it usually gets down to about an hour, but it's not 3 hours of the exact same thing. You know, I'm like going here, getting that, doing this, trying this, like, you know, it changes a good bit. Although fighting, trying to fight Colgera with a boat, dude. God dang, I spent way too much time doing that. I think one day I probably spent 6 hours, 6 hours straight just trying different things, fighting Colgera with a boat. It's really hard to give up the mental image you have in your head of what you want. At least for me it is. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, the payoff for me is worth the reward, and sometimes the payoff is nothing. But you do get to see something. It may not be like this crazy, flashy, wild, awesome thing, but my thing is I want to know. And if the answer is nothing, then I know, and I'm happy. Like, I'm happy because now I know it's nothing. My thing is some people will just be like, yeah, probably nothing's gonna happen. And I'm just like, but probably means you don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, I saw some I saw some videos about the guy that did the spring-loaded hammer. I don't think I watched them all the way through, but that's commitment right there. Somebody told me to fight Ganondorf with the Decayed Master Sword and not use a fuse. What's? Oh, I'm using Ascend. he was like, "Yo, use the Decay Master Sword and don't like fuse to it, but WST to refresh its durability, but only do 1 damage per hit." So I did the math, and that would probably take me, I don't know, really, I don't remember, but it was like 40 something, fucking 40 hours or more. He rarely does Zelda stuff. Yeah, I mean, people transition to other things. I've got no plans. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just making shit that seems interesting to me. I don't foresee myself switching games unless... I could see myself streaming different games every now and then. You know, mostly because I just want to play other games. Like, I still haven't played the Metroid remake, and I love Metroid. But I could see myself maybe streaming other games. But making content about other games, like, I don't know if it would be as interesting to me. Like, what glitches... I mean, I know there are cool glitches in other games, but like, Tears of the Kingdom's glitches are just fucking crazy, dude. They're really, really wild. To me, at least. They feel so, like, modular. That's the weird part about it. You can add and subtract these glitches from each other. So it's hard for me to think. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, I play a lot of Smash. I've put in way too many hours of my life of Smash. And I'm not even that good. I used to go to tournaments or Smash Con, stuff like that, and like, I mean, I would win a couple of matches, but like, I'm really not all that good. In Smash, I play, honestly, like, my mains, I would say my main is like Mewtwo, and probably Pikachu. I played Mewtwo in Smash 4 and Pikachu, but you know, I kind of quit playing Pikachu because I played at the very beginning before he was like known to be the best character in the game. And now that he is the best character in the game, like, I don't really like playing the best character in the game, so I just stopped playing him and started playing Mewtwo again. But I like... Really? Yeah, I mean, I thought about doing that. But I have to find the fairies in the menu. That's my main problem, is I have to find the fairies in the menu. And the menu's got a lot of shit in it. Wait, I'm not duping them, so I guess I wouldn't have to, would I? But yeah, but my friends are all like not too good at Smash. Like, I mean, they're all trying and they're way better than they were when they first started, and they all sometimes have an interest at getting better. And I try to help them and coach them and stuff, but typically I don't play like my main characters because I don't want to just dump on them. So I'd rather give them a fighting chance. So, but consequently, I don't fucking know. As a side effect, I've gotten pretty good with a lot of the characters on the roster. I'll be playing... I love playing like Donkey Kong, dude. Oh my god, I love playing Donkey Kong. But other games I play, dude, I play anything, honestly. I love Nintendo, so... you know, I hate the company, but I love the games and the content, so... I'll just about play any Metroid, Star Fox, Mario, Legend of Zelda title they come out with. But I played recently. I played that. What's that Bayonetta game? There was a Bayonetta game, but it was like a early, or like a prequel Bayonetta game. I was playing that before I played this. And I played Elden Ring, Tunic. I don't know if you know Tunic. Tunic is fucking good. It's like a throwback to Legend of Zelda. It's got like these Elden Ring vibes to it. Oh yeah, the Thousand Year Old Door remake, dude. Hell yeah, I played that one when I was younger. I mean, it was like one of the last good Paper Marios. Like the one on the Wii was all right. It wasn't too bad, but I need to get behind my greats. But the Thousand Year Old Door was really good, and I'm kind of hyped for it because I want my girlfriend to play it. She's not really into older video games. She has a hard time playing them when the aspect ratio is 4:3. She's like 1, 2, 3, 4. But I know she'd like it. Oh, Persona 5, bro. I'm one of those people. I only got into Persona 5. Dude, leave me alone, my guy. I only got into Persona 5 because they put him in Smash. And typically I'm like, if they're willing to put him in Smash Brothers, the game has to be good. Like, let's be honest. Like, the game has to be good. And that applies to everything but Fire Emblem. I'm just kidding, but I don't really like Fire Emblem games. I don't know why. They don't hit me. Yeah, and honestly, like, I don't know. Depending on whether it's not your cup of tea, I don't know. I loved it. I thought it was a great game. Just like, it was just so story based and all that shit. And the music, god dang, the music in that game is ridiculously good. But it makes me kind of sad because it's like, dang, I wish I was a fan before it was in Smash, because good lord, would I have been hyped to see that little trailer that they put when they put them in. But it is what it is. But I honestly, I think the battle music of Persona 5, before the Royal version, that song is just so good. And like, they play it every single time you get into a battle, and normally you'd be like, yeah, fuck this shit, I don't want to hear this anymore. I thought it was hype every time. I don't know why. What do you think they'd be censoring in the Thousand Year Old Door? Or is that what you meant by it? What sucks about Persona 5 too is I started playing it. I played it because it was actually like free to play on the PlayStation like network or something. And I was like, well, I'll give it a shot. I really enjoyed it, so I just bought it. And I was about 60% through the game, and they announced and released Persona 5 Royal. And I'm like, there's no way. I mean, 50% of this game is 50 hours of my life. Like, I can't just start over. So I've chosen to just watch my girlfriend play the Persona 5 Royal. And I'll just watch her and see the new content. Isn't the ghost with the big old titties in Thousand Year Old Door? That's the first thing I thought of whenever you said that. the wall. Yeah, I haven't, she hasn't beat it yet, but she's probably like 60% of the way through. She puts it down and comes back, which, I mean, I did the same thing with the first Persona 5. But she's really getting into some of the new content, so I'm like excited to see that. Bro, you're slugging. I might like it. This one go a little early. Oh, I remember kind of why I wasn't doing the shield surf. I had a lot of things attached to the shields. A lot of Zonai devices that are connected via batteries, and I'm pretty sure I'm far enough away for them not to go off, but it makes me a little nervous because I don't want to lose. I don't want them to shoot off or do something without me. I've had that happen, so. Fortunately, I think the only thing I have as activatable is a cannon, but still. Let me open up my little sheet a little bit more so I can see what number we're on. Oh, that was the end of 7, so we're on the 8th one, but I think just, yeah, we're past 5 now, bro. That was 7. We're about to start 8, and I might do a 9th just to relieve some nerves. Yeah, I'm good. I think we can just walk in like this. Yep, this is the 8th one, so I think we're on hour 3. It's been 2 hours of... Has it been 2 hours of just dropping fucking green shit? You're kidding me. That would be crazy. I mean, the only reason this one's bad, the only reason this is bad, oh my god, my shield was... The only reason this is bad is because it's doing the same thing over and over again. But I've definitely had longer setups. Oh, it's 2 hours long? Well, that's good to hear. If something comes from it and it's only been like 2.5 hours, that's fucking time well spent. Well, I'm glad you've joined me for it. That's what I was hoping for. Somebody at least come fucking talk to me while I do it. Yeah, we pray that it works. I mean, anything, honestly. Even if it's kind of like a half broken, busted thing, like, I'll take it. Somebody sent me a video, and I think that maybe is what is gonna happen after all this. And if that does happen, I mean, you know, that's fine with me. You know, but also, like, I haven't seen anybody in the title room. I've kind of got caught glimpses of it, and you know, if I'm doing something like this, like, you know, information as to like whether or not it's gonna work is definitely really dope. But say it's like gonna work, like you think it's gonna work, and I haven't seen it, I would prefer not to see it, to be real with you. I would prefer to just see it for myself. This is kind of like a spoiler, you know. I kind of just want to like, I don't know, see it for myself. Yeah, let's hope there's a result, not a crash. Also, you gotta set yourself your expectations. You know, you gotta get yourself in the mindset of like, it might be nothing. It might fall apart. And it's gonna be disappointed, but you know, if I fail at this, you know, I'm definitely not gonna do it until I know somebody else has done it on 1.0. But even then, I might not come back to it for a little bit. I've got so many other things to do. Hi Kiki, welcome back. I think we're almost there. To be real, we were supposed to go to the dragon on the 8th attempt, and we're on the 8th attempt. But we're gonna go for a 9th attempt, a ninth run through, just to make me feel better. Knowing my luck, will 100% crash, but I'd rather go through that 9th one, just in case. I know CM30 needed like 10 overloads. These were on 2.0 to 1.2. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think I'm gonna do anything. I don't think I'm gonna crash the game by continuing what I'm doing for more like rotations, right? And so if I don't think I'm gonna crash the game, then I want to make sure I do as much as I need to make sure that something happens. The thing is if you die to dragon, you have to go back to army. And I've saved right before army, so that way we're not going to get any, hopefully we don't get any blood moons. And we might be able to stack more. And if that's the case, well then hell yeah. I'm still going to do the 9th one though. Just in case. But that would be sick, because then we could just kind of keep pushing it. Good morning, Almonds. How are you? Fucking... Ooh, dude, he came out of nowhere. Oh, it's 3 a.m. for you. Oh, dang. Looks like we have the same time zone. This is 3 a.m. for me as well. Is there a 20-second delay? Damn. Guys, I'm not good at this shit, so if there's a setting I need to change to not have such a big delay, I'm down. I know that kind of messes up the bitrate though. Shorter delay is a lower quality stream. But it's not like you guys need fucking quality right now. You need, what, 4K 60 frames instant reaction to the green fence laying. The great green fence laying of 2023. I need a drink of water. Oh, it's just your internet. be like that. Man, he's taking damage. I like how eventually they just stop. One thing I thought was like, why does the door, like, why can't we just walk through the door? I'm not gonna mess with it though. But you think the door would unload or something. Oh, we are chugging. Ooh. Chill. Oh, let me see. I don't want to mess around, but it would be cool to show you guys some of the crazy things that happen because of what we're doing. Because obviously a lot of graphics don't get too far away from their source. And if I did like a beam sword, it would get stuck. But I'm also afraid that's gonna crash it. So I doubt it, but you never know till you try. So it's like safe than sorry, I suppose. Dude, leave me alone. Oh dang, he ain't done that one in a minute. Oh. Oh my god, holy shit. Jesus. That was a lot. If I made this into like a quick video, like that, I would say that's a good thumbnail. Like that would be pretty cool. That shit looked intense. Oh my gosh, that was actually extremely slow. All right, we're gonna take the death, and we're gonna take the death. We'll lay a couple more, and then we're gonna go on to the dragon fight. But what I might do is lay that couple more during the third phase of his thing. Yeah, you're right. I could just bomb myself. I would die if dropping these fairies like crashed the game. That'd be wild. This menu is so deep, kind of hard to follow along. God dang. Oh, what? It didn't even kill me. What? There was an explosion, but it didn't kill me. Did I even take damage? I didn't really see it. Ruby probably would kill me, but it was deep in the menu, so. Okay. Let me double check my numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that was 8. Oh, I don't have enough health. So I'm gonna wait till the third phase to do more more. Yeah, this is the last one. I'm gonna wait till the third phase to drop them. And then go to the dragon fight and self-destruct. And then load the save I made before the boss. Yep. Whoa. It's been a while since he's kicked me. What is going on? Yeah, still no sound. No sound effects either. So, 8 times. On the 8th time, self-destruct during the dragon fight. Once you load your save on the dragon fight, load the save you made before the boss fight. Once you load, you should be glitching out of bounds and see the game over screen. Now click return to title. I will read that a little bit more in a second. I haven't really tried it. My thing is in the final fight. I mean, I guess I'll just shoot a bunch of rubies at him or something. Bang, spank me. There's so many things here. Right. What? Oh, there's a lot going on there. Couldn't tell what was going on. Wait, what? That was weird. Alright. Same, dude. Same. Okay, I just want to make sure I got this last part right. You need to repeat this process 8 times. Self-destruct during the dragon fight. Once you load your save on the dragon fight, load saving word for the boss fight. Once you load, you should be glitching out of bounds. Okay. Poop hero. Poop hero. I do be pooping. Trying to run behind my gates. I'm gonna just do a little damage to him, because when things get pretty crazy in here, I don't want to have to do it then, you know? It's the Loop Hero soundtrack, and this song is... I'll have to look it up real quick. think it's Made in Cosmos or Universe's Storm. Yeah, it does, Carnage. It really does. That was one of the things that surprised me the most about it. You know, the guy, his name's like, the guy who made the soundtrack, his name's like Blythe or something. I like tried reaching out to him because I was gonna be like, bro, how much would it cost for you to make me a song? I'm gonna have a custom song for fucking a video or something. That would be so sick. Probably be a couple $1,000. I'm like, well, at least I know. That was it. We listened to the whole fucking Loop Hero soundtrack. It was like an hour and 3 minutes, or hour and 30 minutes. Right? I'm impressed with how stacked some of these fences have stayed. I'm doing myself a huge disservice by not. It was Carnage. You know, I went in with low expectations of its difficulty. I knew it was going to be probably pretty easy. And I mean, it was. But when it comes to everything else about the fight, like just the whole concept, when his health bar fucking kept going, dude, like, it was kind of cheesy, but also like really, really cool. I was fucking hyped about it. I was like, yeah. Even my girlfriend was like, damn. She watched me play the whole final fight because she was invested in the story and stuff, which is like, she's like, yeah, the story's really good. I'm just like, I just could never imagine someone saying that about a Zelda game. I'm not gonna lie. But like when he fucking ate the rock and turned into the dragon, dude, I don't know why, but I didn't really see that coming. I didn't see it coming until like he started showing some desperation, and I was like, wait a minute, he can eat the fucking rock, and he did. I was like, I don't know. I was pretty hype. I mean, there's way more story in this game than there is in other Zelda games, let's be honest. At least cohesive and have a plot twist. Like, I mean, you know, if you follow it straight through, you know, to find out that Zelda was the dragon all along and stuff. Oh, spoiler alerts, everybody, by the way. But like to find out that she was that dragon floating through the sky, because I saw the dragon before I saw Zelda, before I saw the cutscene. So I just thought it was a neat dragon. And for a Zelda game to have something like that, like, it's definitely out of character. The last time they did something like that was a Link Between Worlds with Hyrule and Lorule. That one actually had a, you know, a little bit of story to it, a little bit of plot twist. Same. Man, I was one of those people that when I first got on the light dragon, I was like, this is a cool dragon. I can't believe you can ride them, because I didn't even know you could ride the other ones yet. And I started putting cannons on its face and giving it, you know, a helmet and stuff. And I just, you know, I even showed my girlfriend. I was like, look, I was like, I'm riding this dragon. I'm like mounting it with cannons and stuff. And then she saw the cutscene where we found out that it was fucking Zelda. Wait. Oh, there he is. I was say, he disappeared there for a second. All right. There's this relaxing video game music. We'll just give it a shot. It's on. All right. Yeah, the menu like pauses the world, so I think it's just like there's not a lot going on. Physics aren't needed to be calculated or nothing. Okay. So I have to die. I have to die on the dragon fight. When I load in, I load the save before. Once I load, I should be glitching out of bounds and see the game over screen. Then click return to title. So die on the dragon fight. Once you load the dragon fight, load the save before the boss. Once you load, you should be glitching, see the game over screen, and click return to title. Sorry I'm repeating it, but... Wait, isn't there supposed to be a crystal on his head? The crystal's supposed to be on his head right now. Whoa, that's crazy. I gotta bust these fairies real quick. Might not want to skip the cutscenes. Oh, that would suck ass. Dang it. Oh, shit. I'm just gonna go down here and die. I was trying to quickly die, but... He definitely doesn't have the gem on the front of his face, so... I mean... Something, right? I could have just rubied on the dragon now that I think about it, but... Your boy ain't thinking clearly right now. It's 3:30 in the morning. It could freeze the game. Okay. Self-destruct. Load your save on the dragon again. And then load the save you made before the boss. Wait. I mean, it's loading me before the fight anyways. Wait. It didn't update my map. That's weird. Okay. So load before the fight. This is stressful. Oh, it's only on there for the final hit? Lame. I thought it was something cool. Alright. We're loading it, and then this is when some weird stuff should start happening. We should see some glitchy stuff in a game over screen. No glitchy stuff. I half want to go like underneath and see if all the rails are there. What is the quickest way to get out of here? We can go over here. I'm gonna go underneath the depths and see if the rails are under there, which could crash the game just looking at it, but I would prefer to see whether or not it's there. Yeah, you know, it was definitely worth the attempt, and yeah, it didn't take too long. And I think that, like, you know, if there aren't any rails down here, then what I'll do is just do a little bit more wait, why are all these wings right here? I only dropped like one, didn't I? That's so weird. But what I'll do a little bit more research. I usually like to try things before I look into it, mainly because I don't want it to be spoiled. I want to just fucking see it myself. But I'll do a little bit more research to see if it's possible, and make sure it is or is not before spending that much time on it again. I'm kind of afraid that I'm gonna hit death zone, so I need to get a little higher. You don't think they're there? I've lost a lot of stuff under the world, and if it stays on the map, 9 times out of 10, it's at the very bottom of the depths. You can see the death barrier right there. If you see that, I know it's probably really hard to see, but in that line. But most of the times I've done that, it's been, slotted things. So I don't know how the rails act. Oh, I see. Oh no, I thought I saw something, but it was just dust on my TV. Yeah, there ain't shit down here. Well, I didn't know we were that close to the floor of the depths. Dang, that's crazy. So it would be over this way. What's the conclusion? Maybe it is version related. Which, I mean, I can change to that version even after I do some zuggles. I can change to the version and try again, which is something I'd probably do. But yeah, it seems like there's a chance that this version related. And if it's not, I'll have to see somebody do it on 1.0, or like, get information from them as to how they were able to do it, because maybe it takes more. There's not a lot known about it, I would say, is a safe thing to say, when it comes to like different versions and stuff like that, and like how and why it actually works. So there could easily be discrepancies between versions and inconsistencies that need to be hashed out, to get it on the version I'm on. But even if someone knows that it can happen on 1.2, I'll just do it on 1.2 instead. So that's the goal. But yeah, your boy's not about to do all that again right now, I can tell you that much. I wonder, kind of want to just like head up to the surface and see if I get a blood moon. Yeah, Lewis, I figured. Well, thanks for hanging out with me that whole time, dude. I really appreciate it. I had fun, honestly. I genuinely did. It was nice, having you guys to talk to while I was going through all that. And sometimes you don't get much out of it. Look at the dust. I'm telling you, dude, that dust has been everywhere. That's not supposed to be here. I'm not crazy, am I? See you, Lewis. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, guys, I think that's gonna be it for me. Oh no. Ooh, I hate when he does that. But I think that's gonna be it for me. I appreciate you coming. I appreciate you coming, Lightos. I don't know how, if it's just Light or Lightos. I don't know, but it's good to see you here. It's nice to see familiar faces. But if you stayed the whole time and saw nothing, well, welcome to my life. Sorry, I don't mean to be so pessimistic, but next time if I try it, I'll probably start the stream a little bit later in when we're about to the conclusion, or just probably make a video about it and stream something else. So yeah, I'm sorry, man. It is. I just, if you check back in the in the stream, since you're on YouTube, you'll be able to look back and see some of it. You'll understand. It's been a rough go. Been doing this for a hot minute. But yeah, no, I appreciate everyone coming, guys, and hopefully I'll post a schedule or something. But next time, I got plenty of things to do, plenty of neat things to do that aren't as boring as what we just went through. So I will look forward to doing that. But good night, guys. Bye.